The waters of the Amazon at twilight. It is so profoundly still that one can hear a single drop of dew falling from the forest canopy into the black waters below. Yet beneath this glassy surface, a pair of eyes has long been open, unblinking, motionless. Two murky yellow orbs pierce the gloom waiting. Melanosuchus niger times the black caiman, 20 feet long, over 1,100 pounds, the largest, heaviest member of the alligator family on the planet. Its lineage has endured for some 80 million years, predating the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. They are still here, still waiting. You are watching Gaia Docs, where every natural tale becomes an adventure of discovery. Two million square miles of rainforest, 10% of all species on Earth. A new species described every 2.4 days. The Amazon is not merely a forest, it is a biological empire, expanding the frontiers of knowledge daily. But who truly rules this empire? The largest, the strongest, the swiftest? Or a creature so elusive, no lens can capture it? The answer lies deeper than one might ever imagine. It begins where the light never reaches at the bottom of these murky Amazonian waters. The black caiman has no need for camouflage. Its very skin is made of darkness, a dense layer of melanin that absorbs both light and heat, effectively turning its body into a seamless part of the Amazonian night. In the black waters of the Igapo, where tannins from decaying leaves stain the river dark, as T, the black caiman, vanishes, only two golden specks remain, hovering above the surface. This thermal advantage serves a purpose beyond mere concealment. Its dark skin absorbs the sun's heat faster than any other crocodilian, allowing the black caiman to rouse itself much earlier each morning, while its lighter-colored cousins lie sluggish on the banks. Beneath the surface, the black caiman holds its breath for up to an hour. On land, it remains motionless, conserving energy for the one strike that truly matters. From Manu in Peru to Mamirawa in Brazil, the black caiman was once hunted to the very brink of extinction for its precious skin. The 20th century nearly obliterated the entire species. Hunting bans were eventually enacted. Vast reserves were established. Mamirawa has since become a sanctuary where the black caiman population has miraculously rebounded, a living testament that nature, when given the chance, can heal itself. This prehistoric survivor has successfully navigated 5 mass extinctions. The question remains, can it weather the 6th, the one driven entirely by human hands? In the water, the black caiman is the undisputed lord. Yet on the banks, amid the shifting shadows of the forest canopy, there is a creature that forces even this primeval reptile to exercise caution. Panthera onca, the only great cat still roaming the New World from the dense jungles of Mexico to the sweeping plains of northern Argentina, the absolute pinnacle of the terrestrial food chain across the Americas. What makes the jaguar exceptional is how it kills. A bite straight through the skull. No other big cat possesses this technique. A single blow, impeccably precise, utterly fatal. The times tapetum lucidum, times a biological mirror behind the retina, amplifies faint light penetrating the canopy. Where only 1 to 2% of sunlight reaches the forest floor, the jaguar's eyes burn like twin golden lanterns. During Mamirawa's flood season, water rises 50 feet. The jaguar ascends into the canopy, living in trees for months, hunting monkeys, birds, and young caimans from above. The only big cat adapted to arboreal life during floods. The same holds true underwater. The jaguar plunges into rivers, crossing stretches miles wide, hunting caimans in their own domain. On land, underwater, in the canopy, no tier of this forest lies beyond its reach. In 2021, researchers documented a behavior unknown to science, an alliance between males. 2 male jaguars hunted cooperatively and shared territory, shattering the decades-long belief that this cat is always solitary. Certain individuals wear entirely black coats, melanistic jaguars. Rosettes remain visible in harsh sunlight, but in canopy shadows they become phantoms. Melanism rates here exceed any other population proof that jungle darkness shaped the apex hunter's appearance. 173,000 individuals. That is all that remains. The IUCN classifies them as near threatened, with some 20 to 25% of the population having vanished over the course of just the last 3 generations. From a branch hovering just above the water's edge, a spotted head emerges. Down below, a young caiman basks on the muddy bank, blissfully unaware that it is now firmly in the crosshairs. A sudden leap from above. Fangs puncture skull. The young caiman never reacts. The ordeal ends before comprehension dawns. The jaguar melts into the jungle with its prize. The Amazon's only multi-tiered predator. On the banks, stalking from thickets. Underwater, wrestling caimans. In the canopy, ambushing monkeys during floods. No other predator here operates across all 3 realms. This formidable cat rules both land and water, hunting entirely alone. Its sheer individual prowess has propelled it to the very apex of the Amazonian food web. Nothing in the Amazon would ever dare confront a jaguar head-on, or at least that is what conventional wisdom has always held. There is, however, a much smaller creature, one that not only dares to challenge the king of the jungle, but compels it into retreat. Pteronura brasiliensis, the giant otter, the longest species of otter on the planet, measuring nearly 6 feet from nose to tail. The indigenous fishermen of the Amazon know them by another name, river wolves, not for their physical appearance, but for the way they hunt in packs, highly coordinated and utterly uncompromising. A giant otter pack typically numbers between 3 and 8 individuals, a tight-knit nuclear family, led by a dominant breeding pair, accompanied by offspring from several successive litters. Every single individual bears a unique identifying map, a distinctive white patch beneath the throat. No two ever exactly alike. Researchers rely on these very markings to recognize and track each animal over the course of many years. A double-layered coat, dense underfur trapping air, sleek guard hairs repelling water, ears sealed shut, nostrils closed tight when diving. Evolution has forged an impeccable aquatic machine. Most activity occurs in broad daylight, a stark contrast to the Amazon's shadow-loving predators. River wolves choose the light, as if the pack's strength has eradicated any need for stealth. Swimming at speeds of 9 miles per hour. Underwater, the giant otter is faster than a caiman, faster than an anaconda, and faster than almost any fish in the winding rivers they call home. Their menu even includes the dreaded piranha, a fish that most other predators actively avoid. The giant otter bites horizontally across the piranha's body, consuming it meticulously from the head down, deftly dodging those razor-sharp teeth. Young caimans, large fish, crabs, and small snakes, no aquatic creature is truly safe once a pack of river wolves commences the hunt. "5,000 individuals. That is the entire surviving population on Earth. IUCN status. Endangered. Mercury from gold mining, habitat loss, conflicts with fishermen. Each threat tightens the noose further. When a pack of giant otters discovers a black caiman trespassing in their territory, the response is never to flee, it is to attack. The smaller pack defeats the solitary giant, not through individual brute force, but through impeccable coordination, a shared language, shared tactics, and an unbreakable shared will. More striking still, this mobbing targets not only caimans. The jaguar apex ruler of the food chain has been chased from riverbanks by unified otter packs. The king of the jungle retreats before river wolves. Size is not an absolute advantage, nor is solitary speed. Here in the Amazon, flawless cooperation is the ultimate weapon. Who do you believe is truly the most powerful in the Amazon? Share your predictions in the comments below. Subscribe to the GaiaDocs channel to follow along for the answer, because it might just surprise you. River wolves fight with roars, speed, and numbers. Deeper in the murky water, another creature has lain in wait for days, following the opposite survival philosophy. One constricting embrace. That is all it takes. In 2024, science was staggered. A new green anaconda species was described, Eunectes acayima, the northern green anaconda, from Ecuador. Genetic divergence, 5.5%, while humans differ from chimpanzees by just 2%. This revelation upended everything known about the heaviest snake on Earth, Eunectes murinus. Two species, virtually identical, same continent, yet an evolutionary gulf, nearly 3 times that separating humans from their closest primate kin. Both eyes and nostrils are positioned on the very top of the head, an evolutionary design allowing the massive body to remain completely submerged, exposing just two tiny points on the surface. It is the consummate ambush. When a victim strays into striking range, the anaconda erupts from the mire. The constricting force reaches 90 psi, the equivalent of 6 atmospheres. Such immense pressure completely halts the circulation of blood. The prey stops struggling almost instantly. Not asphyxiation, circulatory shutdown. The heart ceases within seconds. The anaconda holds its coil longer, then slowly swallows, head first. The process can take hours. A green anaconda can hold its breath for up to 45 minutes underwater. Each ambush spans hours without a single wasted movement, nor a momentary lapse in focus. Come mating season, up to 12 males entwine a single female, forming a breeding ball lasting 4 weeks. The female selects her mate through grueling elimination, pushing, squeezing, testing every contender's endurance. When the floodwaters rise, the black caiman journeys into the flooded forest, the Igapo. They hunt fish among submerged trunks, setting ambushes within a chaotic labyrinth of roots. Their wet season territory is utterly transformed, one predator, two entirely different maps of survival. The biomass of ants within the Amazon forest eclipses the biomass of all mammals combined. 3.5 million ants per hectare, a figure so vast it renders any count almost meaningless. Leafcutter ants invented agriculture 50 million years before humanity sowed its first seed. They do not eat leaves. They harvest them, carry them into the colony, and cultivate a fungus. That fungus is their true sustenance. A single leafcutter nest can house up to 8 million individuals, structured by a complex hierarchy: soldiers, workers, farmers, and a queen. It is a highly organized society, functioning flawlessly for millions of years without laws or governments. Army ants, 200,000 individuals, marching as a single superorganism, scouring the forest floor at 65 feet an hour. Insects, spiders, lizards, and even small frogs, nothing escapes the sweeping legion. When army ants advance, even the mighty jaguar steps aside. Not out of fear for a single insect, but because 200,000 simultaneous bites is an ordeal no creature wishes to endure. Insects decompose every carcass, recycling vital nutrients back into the earth. The earth nourishes the trees sustain the forest. The forest supports everything. Without insects, this entire cycle would collapse within decades. Pollinating thousands of floral species, controlling pest populations, serving as prey for birds, frogs, and fish. Every minuscule role, when multiplied by trillions, becomes an irreplaceable pillar of this ecosystem. The jaguar, the black caiman, the anaconda, river wolves, all these apex hunters are merely passengers on a primordial vessel crafted by insects and plants at the dawn of time. The true masters of the Amazon are not the strongest. They are the ones who authored the very rules of the game and who quietly uphold them, unseen and uncelebrated. The opening question, who truly rules the Amazon, has found its answer. Tree roots, decaying leaves, ant wings, the smallest, most enduring, and most ancient things. This system has sustained itself for millions of years, perfectly balanced, requiring no intervention from any species. Until a single species, one that does not live in the forest, one that does not belong to the forest, decided to rewrite every rule. In 2020, the Amazon lost more than 4,200 square miles of forest, an area larger than a small country, erased in 12 months. Chainsaws, fire, and roads slice the wilderness into isolated fragments. Each fragment becomes a marooned island where jaguars cannot find mates, where otter families face genetic isolation, where black caiman populations shrink below the threshold of recovery. Fragmentation kills slower than the chainsaw, but far more certainly. Brazil has established over 300 protected reserves, blanketing nearly half the Amazon basin, including the lands of indigenous communities, people who have lived in harmony with the forest for millennia. Mamirawa, where jaguars shelter in the canopy during floods, where the black caiman, clawed back from extinction's brink, is living proof that conservation works. When humanity steps back, the forest steps forward. The Araguaia Ecological Corridor, one of the largest forest connectivity projects currently underway, promises to bridge these shattered fragments, allowing jaguars, otters, and caimans to roam freely across the remaining wilderness. The surface of the Amazon remains still. Beneath it, eyes are watching eyes that have waited since the dawn of reptiles, through all the planet's upheavals, across countless generations of life. On the shore, in the forest's deep shadows, the jaguar still stalks. In the mud, the anaconda still waits. Upon the river, river wolves still roar. And beneath the leaf litter, trillions of ants quietly sustain an empire. The question is not who is the strongest. The question is, will humanity allow this magnificent system to endure or become the architects of a sixth mass extinction that no creature, however old, can survive? Within the Amazon, true power belongs to the unseen. The greatest tragedy would be if the world fails to see the Amazon slipping away. Thank you for joining Gaia Docs on this journey to explore the power hierarchy of the Amazon. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you never miss our next extraordinary tale. If this video changed the way you see the natural world, share it. Every share is a way for the Amazon to be heard. The Amazon is still breathing. The question is, for how long?